The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and welcome to TV1 News. I'm Carol Kidu Jr.
And I'm Rex Later. Join me later in the bulletin for sports.
In this edition, Paita moves with our party members to government, digital TV celebrates 10 years of broadcast, and coach says couples did not do enough. 14 members of our party, including the party leader Rainbow Paita today, made their intention known to join the government, citing challenges being faced by the country in all sectors of development and their wish to put their political differences aside and work with the government to help address these development challenges. Party leader Rainbow Paita made this announcement in Port Moresby late this afternoon. With plans by opposition to submit another notice for a vote of no confidence in the November session, Paita said this will only cause more harm to the public service and have negative impacts on government services and programs. He said the decision to move is a strategic one aimed at introducing alternate policies to the government to address the many challenges faced by the country in the areas of law and order, high inflation rates, slow economic growth, lack of employment opportunities, and lack of direct foreign investment, among others. The MP for Goilala, Kasmira Aya, and Central Provincial Police Commander Chief Inspector Joseph Saleh recently held a peace negotiation meeting with the people of Vanapa and Veikabu villages in Central Province to quell ongoing tribal conflict between the two villages. Already 7 people have died.
According to a police report, 6 people from Veikabu village were allegedly killed following a confrontation with the people of Vanapa. People from Veikabu allegedly killed a Goilala man on Wednesday, November 13th, in retaliation. The deceased resides at Vanapa village. Police allege that those involved in the fighting are believed to be from Goilala. As a result, the Hiritano highway was blocked off to travelers. Goilala MP Kasmira Aya first spoke to the group from Goilala who reside at Vanapa, asking them to stop taking the law into their own hands. He said many lives had been lost and the issues have been reported to the police. He said people using the highway are innocent and have nothing to do with the fighting. He urged the group from Goilala not to attack them without reason. He delivered the same message to those residing at Veikabu to stop setting up roadblocks along the highway, to remain in their homes and find non-violent ways to resolve existing issues, considering they have lost lives to this conflict. Meanwhile, Central Provincial Police Commander Chief Inspector Joseph Saleh said investigation into the recent incident is underway. He also said the Hiritano Highway is a national highway and a government asset. No one has the right to conduct unauthorized roadblocks, collect money, or attack any traveler.
A 31-year-old man from Morobe and Milne Bay who was apprehended by bystanders at Nadzab has been charged with impersonation by Morobe police. Police from the Morobe Provincial Police Headquarters reported that the suspect, dressed in police uniform with his crew, drove to Leron Plains in Markham District on Tuesday, November 5th, and hijacked a white twin-seater loaded with 200 cartons of Blanca coffee headed for the Highlands. They kidnapped the driver and hijacked his truck, but while returning to Leh, they ran out of fuel at Nadsap and stopped at the service station. During the stop, the kidnapped driver freed himself from the cable ties, fought off a couple of the kidnappers before he jumped off their vehicle and called out to bystanders for help. PPC Jacob Singura said the gang made a deal with a foreign-owned shop at Malahang to supply them with Blanca coffee. The 200 cartons of Blanca are valued at 400,000 kina. The East New Britain provincial government, through its provincial administration, has vowed to support police with logistics and other resources to address the surge in lawlessness in the province over the past couple of months. A special police operation was launched on Tuesday this week as part of the normal festive operation targeting a number of hotspot areas in the province.
Chairman of the Eastern Britain Law and Order Committee and Provincial Administrator Levi Mano said this operation is no different to any other police operation during the festive period. However, there will be more awareness by police to make sure the people in its community take ownership of their own problems and also assist police with reliable information so that the normal process of police operation continues.
The operation was launched by the police and it is a police operation. And they will do exactly what they are required to do under specific circumstances, which is based on their own assessment. But they will be targeting a number of hotspots. That's how I got it from the police hierarchy in the province. And that is basically to ensure that safety is guaranteed, safety is assured, and the community is safe and secured from any activity that could bring harm to citizens of specific communities. So
the PA further stressed that while the operation is on, is again encouraging communities to move into the festive season in a normal way of life in Eastern Britain.
So I think that's the operation. While they are doing that, we also encourage the community to go into the festive season with the normal way of life here in Eastern Britain. I think Christmas is Christmas and New Year is New Year, and we all know what should be expected from every citizens of East New Britain, and we will continue to encourage people to undertake that.
The administrator added the surrendering of arms and reconciliation at Sinivet LRG last Saturday is part of that effort. Again, he continues to encourage youths that if they are genuine about their own lives and if they are prepared to come forward, then they should put their hands up and the police could come around and assist. Families are also encouraged to assist in surrendering their children to avoid more deaths. Terry Longwood, TV1 News.
In entertainment news, Papua New Guinea's music icon Ben Accolades has launched a unique line of drum kits, the Accolades Drum Series, blending local heritage with professional sound quality. Speaking exclusively to TV1 News, Accolades shared the journey behind his signature series, the inspiration driving it, and his hopes for its impact on PNG's future musicians. In an exclusive TV1 News interview, professional drummer and Yothu Yindi percussionist Benjamin Accolades shared the story behind the series of his new drumline kit, including the tributes in each model, the high-quality design, and his hopes for PNG's next generation of musicians. Ben Accolades, a celebrated name in PNG across the Pacific, introduced the Accolades Drum Series with an initial shipment of 100 kits. Crafted from high-grade Canadian maple, the series is made up of 3 unique models that combine professional sound quality with a deep tribute to Accolades' family and musical journey.
It was inspired by a young drummer that I've inspired for years. So I have seen myself as a mentor in the area of drumming and music and all that, but I've never saw it as a brand. And this guy flew to Cairns, sat down with me, had a coffee with me and says, you should, this is direct, he says, you should create your own brand. because your name is a household name in PNG and all over, the Pacific.
The EH model, named after Hakelit's youngest brother Emmanuel Hakelit, is a compact, versatile kit ideal for small venues and jazz gigs. Priced at around 4,000 kina, it's already gaining popularity for its portability and professional sound. The BH model, the series' flagship named after Hakelit himself, is tailored for larger performances. This high-end kit, priced close to 7,000 kina, features a powerful bass drum and offers robust sound quality suited for experienced drummers. The limited tribute kit, dedicated to Hakelit's late brother, David Hakelit, is an exclusive item with only 15 units produced, making it a prized addition for dedicated fans and collectors.
The long-term plan for Hakelit's drums is to create a factory here. It's a shell factory that we can use our traditional timber to create our own sound. But right now we're putting out the brand, we're selling the brand, we're getting the brand out there, that people know that there's a Papua New Guinean brand or a Bougainvillean brand that's there, that they can proudly call theirs. The drummers can say, hey, why am I playing a Yamaha drum? I can play this, that belongs to me. It's from it, everything is here. We supply all that stuff to all our drummers. And so it's a long-term plan of creating not just the drums, but creating the drum academy after that. I want to set up the first Papua New Guinea drum corps, fusing traditional rhythms with modern drums.
Ben's vision goes beyond the drum series itself. He hopes to establish a drum academy in PNG where young musicians can learn both traditional and modern techniques, empowering future artists with skills and pride in their heritage.
But I think the biggest thing also is your character, how you carry yourself and how you treat others. And a lot of people think if you're a great drummer or a great guitar player, you'll be the most wanted person ever. Well, that's the wrong message. In the real world where I come from, in the professional world of music, they don't care how good you are. They just want you to be a great person. It's just your attitude, how you approach this now. And another thing is just believe in yourself to do it.
With this first shipment of Hakelit's drum series kits already in high demand, Ben Hakelit is setting a new rhythm for PNG's music scene, blending tradition, innovation, and a vision for the next generation of drummers. This is TVWAN News. After the break, digital TV celebrates 10 years anniversary.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Laga, Bungimyumi.
Open nets.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaru, get up a big smile on face. Time for kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
All right, man. Show me some good slippers around here.
Boss man, boss man, boss man.
Good, you want. Strong like you, smart like me.
Yeah, I hope they don't break.
Now surely look his son. This is Relaxo. Strong plus shred. Should I try them on you?
No, please. I'll take them.
Relaxo, very strong, lasts long.
Superstition ain't the way.
Welcome back. Digital PNG marked its 10th anniversary this year with celebrations that highlight its transformation from a telecommunications provider into a leading media, entertainment and communications powerhouse in Papua New Guinea. Founded by Irish entrepreneur Dennis O'Brien in 2001, Digital initially expanded across the Caribbean and Pacific, launching in PNG in 2014. Over the years, the company has continually innovated, adding new services and features for customers in PNG and beyond. Since establishing its media unit in 2014, Digital PNG has delivered a diverse range of high-definition national and international programming to households across PNG. This expansion underscores Digital's dedication to enhancing accessibility and media variety within the region. Today, Digital PNG's services encompass mobile connectivity, digital content, and financial solutions, with a commitment to local sports and community sponsorships.
I also want to say thank you, Tarek, and also Charlie for inviting me today as well. And it's really funny, I've been in PNG now for nearly 16 years, but TVWAN has truly been a remarkable journey since its launch on November the 14th, 2014. It was Digicel's first, Papua New Guinea's first digital-free to-view network, and it's been a vital source of news, entertainment, sports, and education for our nation. The diversity of our programming has been second to none. But the main thing is none of this would have been possible without the most amazing team. We started with the Digicel Cup, now of course the Digicel ExxonMobil Cup. We started showing and getting feeds and actually bringing TV and rugby from Australia here.
Digital has cemented its place as more than just a telecommunications provider, growing into a central media and entertainment force in the Pacific, with a mission that remains focused in delivering quality, value, and diverse choices to its customers.
I'm also privileged today to be part of this celebration. It has been a long journey, and I can just say I'm lucky to be part of this journey, to be part of this celebration today. My thanks extend first to our team, who has been working along more than a decade to make this story successful. Extending my thanks to leadership, engineers, commercials, content providers as well, and all the partners. Thank you to make this story successful once again. Digicel TV is not a TV only, but it's a story that provided education, entertainment, but also an exposure to Papua New Guinea within the region and even international.
Alongside its media growth, Digital PNG has leveraged its influence to support social initiatives through the Digital Foundation, which has contributed significantly to education, healthcare, and sports development in PNG. As Digital marks this 10-year milestone, it celebrates the dedication of its employees and the trust of the PNG community, which have been instrumental in establishing Digital's growth and prominence in the Pacific region.
The other thing I wanted to just talk quickly about is the heroes behind the camera. I have to say, when it started 10 years ago, there were a good smattering of expats who we brought in from all over the world to teach ourselves how to do it. Because we thought, oh my Lord, this is a whole new thing, what are we going to do? But I can say now that Digicel TV is run by Papua New Guineans, and it's run by Pacific Islanders, and I'm incredibly proud of that.
Minister for Information and Communications Technology Timothy Masiu today congratulated TVWAN for 10 years of operation in Papua New Guinea. Masiu says TVWAN's journey over the 10 years has been remarkable, emphasizing that the network's contributions have made a meaningful difference to the country.
Minister for Information and Communications Technology Timothy Masiu, when delivering his remarks as the keynote speaker for Digicel's TVWAN 10-year anniversary celebrations, said reaching a decade of service is no small feat. This milestone speaks to dedication, resilience, and the value that TVWAN brings to Papua New Guinea.
In our context, TVWAN has not only informed the public but has also promoted accountability and transparency. You have encouraged people to engage with the issues that matter most and brought the voices of Papua New Guineans to the forefront.
Minister Masiu highlighted the impact that TVWAN has had over the years.
Since your first broadcast, TVWAN has become a respected voice in our media environment. You have added a fresh perspective and provided a healthy competition to other broadcasters, television broadcasters such as NBC and MTV.
The minister acknowledged TVWAN's efforts in digital transformation.
When TVWAN adopts advanced technologies and modern practices, you are directly contributing to this digital transformation agenda. By using new digital tools, you are making it easier for Papua New Guineans to access news and stay informed. This aligns perfectly with our goal under the digital transformation policy.
Minister Masiu concluded his remarks by urging TVWAN to keep setting the example in the industry by continuing to produce high-quality, credible content that contributes positively to society. Maricela Kelaton, TVWAN News.
Meantime, Minister Masiu has emphasized that the National Media Development Policy recently approved is not about restriction or control. He says the policy is rather designed to build up the media sector so it can thrive, grow responsibly, and adapt to the changing world.
Let me be clear. This policy is here to protect, support, and strengthen the media, not to restrict it. The government values a free and fair media as much as anyone, and we are committed to working alongside you to make sure that media remains strong and independent.
Despite the growth of social media usage in the country, Prime Minister James Marape says the nation still relies on the mainstream media for factual news and sports, and highlighted the important role media plays in the development of the country. The Prime Minister, in congratulating TVWAN on its 10th anniversary, stressed the importance of the mainstream media in disseminating positive news to complement the efforts of the government in service delivery. TVWAN celebrated its 10th year anniversary today, marking 10 years of broadcasting in PNG and the Pacific through Digicel TV.
Prime Minister James Marape, in commemorating TVWAN's 10th anniversary, says television still plays a huge role in reaching the masses with factual and timely dissemination of news.
I want to firstly appreciate TVWAN. You came in 2014, time flew, 10 years on. TV does contribute effectively, for instance, in almost real-time uplink and relay on news and events to our people, our country, in a nation that is so diverse.
In this digital age, when information is readily available through different mediums, particularly the social media, he says the traditional media's role cannot be replaced by social media. Apart from disseminating factual information, the traditional media also acts as a reference point for social media users to verify news from that platform.
And with accessibility to social media that is in the public space, TV has a specific role, and that is actual factual news as it is, because you're more accountable in terms of your ethics and standard and your requirements of you to be accountable. And so having reliable TV stations in our country offers our people a cross-reference point to check on media spins and news spins that are permeating the public space. So
he says as a democracy, people have the right to freedom of speech and information, and while that cannot be controlled, he says television and other media establishments will always be the anchor of truth. The Prime Minister also highlighted the important role media plays in development in disseminating good news to unite the country.
The fullest expression of a robust democracy is equally manifested in having a robust private sector media. And TVWAN comes into this space, a robust private sector media that is out there reporting and covering on news, as well as running entertainments for our country. So
he also deliberated on the importance of media freedom in the country, pointing out the classic example of TVWAN operating independently as a private television company without government interference.
Being local news outlet, we all have responsibility to relay factual, correct, and I should add on positive news. And positive news should get it better than the negative news that emerge in our country.
Ruth Rungula, TVWAN News.
On its 10th anniversary, TVWAN received accolades from various partners across different sectors of the society. From the president of the Media Council to the PNG Hunters coach Paul Eiton, TVWAN was acknowledged for being a game changer in the television industry following its entry 10 years ago.
On behalf of the Media Council of Papua New Guinea, I'd like to wish TVWAN happy anniversary, happy 10th anniversary. It's been 10 years of a lot of development, a lot of changing perspectives and changing times. In the past 10 years, TVWAN came in as a disruptor into the media sector because it came in with an online news platform that created a whole new level of engagement with audiences and Papua New Guinea citizens. And I think that has also helped to develop our people's acceptance of how they want to engage and what they want to say and what they're feeling.
The Office of Censorship would like to join the other stakeholders and partners to congratulate and celebrate with TVWAN for achieving a significant milestone in celebrating 10 years of dedicated television service in Papua New Guinea. Over the 10 years, TVWAN has made an incredible impact in the lives of Papua New Guineans, reaching nearly 10 million viewers.
A big shout out to TVWAN. Thank you very much for all your support and coverage, and great coverage over the last 10 years. And hopefully we can do it for the next 10 years with the PNG Hunters. Thank you very much, TVWAN.
And now let's take a look at the finance news. The kina closed lower at $0.2525 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.4500 US, $0.3769 Australian dollars, $0.2253 euro, and 38.01 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold, coffee, cocoa, and crude oil closed higher. Copper and copper closed lower, while palm oil closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. TVWAN News continues when we return. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. The With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, P&G and Mia. Find P&G made.
Enjoy life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Karen, talk young or old, a scale rice family meal with toast. We'll bring out the smiles, cause it's a favorite by miles. Seni sigolo, scale rice, low scale price. Seni sigolo, scale rice, low scale price. But you like him? Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to be living incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Turning abroad, a pilot program enabling women to get the contraceptive pill directly from a pharmacist rather than going to a doctor for a script was supposed to make life simpler. But the Queensland service is not as easy or cheap as first announced, and the Health Department says it will decide next year if the program continues.
Caitlin Cranich is among the 200,000 Australian women per year who choose to use the contraceptive pill. The medical student was relieved when she found out access could get easier, with a pilot pharmacy program underway in Queensland.
To be able to come and also get the medication that you need, which otherwise you can't get unless you go to a GP, pretty good.
But the 23-year-old has struggled to access the service, with her closest pharmacy not part of the pilot.
There are pharmacies closer to me, but to have to come half an hour just to get the pill is kind of frustrating.
Across Queensland, there are 70 pharmacies currently involved. 7 are in Brisbane. Females over 16 have access to the service. 150 pharmacists are in training.
As pharmacies get more and more members of their team trained up, I'm sure we'll see more advertising of it.
A standard pharmacy consult fee of $35 will remain in place.
There's certainly been advocacy to waive that fee for certain populations. I think there are people such as concession card holders shouldn't have to pay for this service.
Stacey Huang is one of the first Queensland pharmacists to participate and agrees the fee should be waived.
With the cost of living rising every year, absolutely.
Queensland Health says the pilot program will continue through until June. The future of the service will then be assessed and a report handed down in September, but it wouldn't comment on whether the cost of the service would be subsidised. The Australian Medical Association believes women should see their GP instead.
We feel that there's an opportunity for women when they do see their GP is to have a full history examination.
Other states are also trialling the program. New South Wales recently made it permanent.
A national survey of thousands of migrant women has found more than half have been sexually harassed while working. Most of them have never formally reported the incidents out of fear it would negatively impact their visa status.
To Sydney to study social work 5 years ago.
Can I please get a latte to have here?
But her student visa status and need for part-time work left her vulnerable. When she asked for extra shifts, she was preyed upon by her boss.
He said to me, I just want to hug you, I just want to kiss you, I just want to, have fun with you.
3,000 migrant women have shared their stories in a national report led by Unions New South Wales that was launched today.
Thank you to all of you women who have contributed to this report.
1 in 5 women on a visa, a temporary visa, reported sexual harassment. 75% of them said that they did not report it for fear of repercussions.
The highest rates were in the construction industry, followed by horticulture, hospitality, retail and cleaning. 3/4 of workers surveyed didn't formally report the harassment to police or authorities, mostly because they feared it would affect their visa or future prospects in Australia.
We know that underreporting of harmful behaviour is rife across Australian workplaces.
This is Safe Space Elevate.
Lawyer Prabha Nandakapol specialises in workplace culture reform.
What's really important is that migrant women are provided safe and accessible reporting options, such as anonymous reporting pathways.
The report recommends establishing independent migrant worker centres in all states. The federal government is considering the report's findings.
Millions of travellers pass through Queensland's airports every year, and keeping them safe and running smoothly is a huge task. The ABC has been given behind-the-scenes access to the Australian Border Force's operations, and vapes are one of their latest targets.
Made from a zebra's tail, throwing stars, flick knives and even batons.
That can very quickly become a weapon.
These are some of the illegal items seized by Border Force officers in Queensland.
Because they're so readily available overseas, in places like Bali, people will buy them, not realising that they are prohibited.
Behind the scenes at the Gold Coast airport, luggage is being swabbed for drugs and bags searched for undeclared contraband, including animal products.
That's an actual piece of ivory that is very, very valuable, and in the black market could fetch hundreds of thousands, if not millions now.
Around the country, almost $5 million in undeclared currency and close to 2 tonnes of illegal tobacco has been seized in the past financial year.
You're entitled to bring in millions of dollars as long as you declare it.
New laws also make it illegal to carry 2 or more therapeutic vapes into Australia.
Even New Zealand, it's not a high-risk country, not a high-risk source for us, but we're finding that vapes are very trendy at the moment, and it's up to us to educate the public.
In the past year, travellers have brought more than 14,000 kilograms of illegal drugs into Australian airports like this one here on the Gold Coast. Border Force officers have one simple message for travellers with items from overseas. If in doubt, declare it. In the most serious cases, travellers can face fines of hundreds of thousands of dollars or even jail time. And Border Force officers warn anyone trying to conceal illegal souvenirs will be caught.
Quite often you'll just waste your money. You'll come into the country, you'll get to the border, and we'll take those things away from you.
Back home, a 31-year-old woman who is facing criminal charges for allegedly threatening to kill her Iranian boyfriend in Port Moresby walked out free from the Waigani Committal Court on Wednesday, 13th November, after the allegations against her were withdrawn by the complainant. Sumira Laura Leahy from Coco Village in the Moresby Northwest Electorate was charged with 3 counts of willful damage and 1 count each of threatening to kill and cause grievous bodily harm to her Iranian boyfriend, Sajjad Ajari. The complaint Sajjad, through an affidavit, informed the court to withdraw the matter as both the complaint and the defendant agreed to settle the matter outside of court. Presiding Magistrate Paul Purini successfully withdrew the matter because the complainant had followed the right process of court by way of submitting an affidavit to withdraw the matter. The 2024 Bougainville Voice Explosion brought together the unique talents of young Bougainvillean musicians and First Nation artists from Australia in an inspiring showcase of cultural collaboration. Originally envisioned by autonomous Bougainville Government President Ismail Torama, ABG Community Development Minister Maurice Opeti, and filmmaker Lane Munau, the BVX platform has since 2021 highlighted the diverse musical talents and heritage of Bougainville. What began as a community project to engage young singers quickly evolved into a full-scale cultural event. Annually, Bougainville Voice Explosion now features collaborations with Australian musicians such as Jukuru and Jake Fabila, resulting in songs like Wan Solwara and Pasin Tumbuna, blending traditional and modern instruments and sounds. This year's BVX reached new heights, with the participation of renowned Bougainvillean drummer and Yothuyendi percussionist Ben Accolades, who joined the judging panel and mentored young musicians in capturing Bougainville's distinctive sound. Reflecting on the event, Accolades emphasized BVX's mission to reconnect Bougainvillean youth with their cultural roots through music. Accolades shared that BVX encourages a unique fusion that honors Bougainville's cultural identity.
We decided to take a different direction on this one and promote the contemporary music more and the culture as well, more than just having a singer going and singing some cover songs from bands that not even in this country. And so we wanted to be a unique competition. And the aim is to promote the contemporary sound of Bougainville and the traditional sound of Bougainville melded together to create this sound that's purely Bougainville. We decided that music is the one that's going to really create some interest in those young people, the young youth. So, and bringing back the culture, bringing back how to blow the panpipes and the kaur and playing the Bougainville rhythm, and it was an amazing trip.
BVX has been pivotal in offering Bougainville's youth a positive and creative outlet in a post-conflict era.
We've gone through 10 years of war, and so most of the young children there don't understand. They have not seen Bougainville in its prime. All they're seeing is the aftermath of war. And so we believe that music, culture, that very, the vehicle to be able to grab our young kids who have nothing to do.
This year's BVX also included a special focus on developing Bougainvillean musical rhythms, which Accolades hopes will evolve into a distinct regional sound.
They've actually named those rhythms. They've got names for them, and it's amazing. Like one of them is drag and drop. That's actually a groove, and in reggae we call it one drop. The Jamaicans came up with the one drop. But Bougainville, we've got drag and drop. It's a beat that they named, but they don't know how to play it yet. So I'm actually developing that with the local drummers here. They played with the traditional music, the traditional instruments, but to play it on a kit, it has to be. I can bring that in now, and that's the fusion that comes in for developing that sound.
For Accolades, BVX also serves as an avenue for youth to engage with music as a potential career. He noted that there is now a pathway for young Bougainvilleans to develop that sound that can truly be theirs. BVX, supported by Wantok Music, the Australian government and the ABG, is empowering young Bougainvilleans to celebrate their heritage through music, offering a global stage for Bougainville's unique sound and encouraging its young artists to dream big. And that ends the news segment. Next in sports with Rex, couples performance disappointing and family rep PNG in AFL.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trubla. All get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Want more data for less? Get it now with Digicel's revamped Red Club. Enjoy data bundles from as low as 1 kilo per gigabyte. Plus rollover data, the widest coverage, fastest speeds, and best reliability. Only with Red Club. Join Digicel's exclusive Red Club today and get loads more data for less. Yes! Data bundles from as low as 1 kilo per gigabyte. Whoa! Join today for as low as 10 kilo weekly to access discounted data bundles and get more data for less. Dial *675# or visit the My Digicel app today. The Red Club. Only with Digicel.
underway and almost handed to him.
That's absolutely brilliant. Can he finish? Oh, you bet he can.
Then it goes a little something like this. Camera time. Go with the flow. It is said if you can't rule this, then you're probably on this.
Welcome back. In sports, the PNG Mosquitoes are confident of making a first impression when the inaugural Pacific Cup Australian Football League Senior Men's Competition gets underway next week at Queensland's Sunshine Coast, Australia. The men's competition will run concurrently with the women's games, where the PNG Flames will also be competing. For this particular international event, about 40% of men's touring party are apprentices and have earned their stripes playing at a number of junior international competitions and graduating to the senior ranks in the domestic competitions under the PNG AFL New Kick Development Pathway.
Despite an imbalance in the team in reference to experience, the young Moses side will be led by 4 Australian-based players in Glenn Sanyong, Jeconiah Perry, Kila Rawali and Laurie Logo, and is coached by former PNG rep and now president of Port Moresby AFL Douglas Lai. PNG is expected to play with a lot of heart, passion and energy, utilizing their natural speed and skill and stamina to run rings around some of the bigger and taller opponents. They are pulled against Tonga, Fiji and Nauru, who won't be easy beats this time around. Lai briefly reflected on the Mosquitoes' previous run of success and how the new crop of players would handle the challenge this time around.
We have New Zealand the PNG Mosquitoes were up against in the International Cup. The most recent one being in the 2017 International Cup, where we just made it home by a point, defeating New Zealand for the back-to-back cup in 2017. We also have a strong competition from Nauru, so those are the 2 teams that will be a threat to us. Like Captain John James has mentioned, we have a team that's made up of a very young side, but quite fortunate enough, they've made it through the pathway program, that AFL PNG Development Pathway Program. So, just bringing them into the senior level is not that difficult, because they've gone through the pathway program. So, but we do have some experience hands with the likes of John James and Emmanuel Tupia, Paul Philip, to name a few. So definitely we just will be able to be competitive at that level.
From all accounts, Coach Lai has been impressed with the boys' work ethics and commitment. He said training has been intense with assistance from the PNG SF High Performance Unit, especially the strength and conditioning team.
Without the assistance of the high performance, I think we would have struggled a bit to reach our peak fitness with both our teams. They came through with strength and conditioning programs, which has really helped our boys to put them at that peak level to be in the competition next week. So
For Mosquitoes returning skipper John James, training has been quite enjoyable, especially with a lot of young boys coming through the development pathway and embracing the opportunity to represent their country at a higher level. James said they have been learning a lot from each other as well. The PNG Mosses leave for Brisbane tomorrow and will open the Cup campaign on Monday, November 18, when they take on Tonga first. They then meet Fiji Tribe on Tuesday. PNG will have a bye on Wednesday before they play Nauru Chiefs on Thursday. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
PNG couples head coach Felipe Vera Arango delivered a brutal truth about his side's performance against Fiji at the PNG Football Stadium on Thursday, drawing 3-3 at full-time in Port Moresby. Arango admitted in the post-match press conference that his side didn't do enough to get the win at home, although they had a game in their pockets. In the much-anticipated FIFA World Cup Oceania qualifier in Port Moresby, the PNG couples took to the pitch and were on top in every contest. They looked certain to win the game, as expected, leading the first half and then up by 1 goal, 3-2 in the final quarter of the game. However, the equalizer from Fijian Meryl Nand in the dying moment of the game ruined the party. The result didn't sit well with coach Felipe Vera Arango. A frustrated Vera Arango said it is unacceptable to let in goals in the final stages of the game.
It's hard to say. Listen, we fight okay, we compete okay, but you cannot allow that goal in the last minute of the match. It's just plain stupid. It's all that I have to say.
Coach Vera Arango confirmed that his side sustained some major injuries in the game, and they may look at making some changes ahead of the final group game against the Solomon Islands this Sunday.
Well, I hope we compete okay. We need to assess the situation of the players. Let's see how they are, because a few of them, they are a little bit damaged. But let's be honest, we are pretty much eliminated, and Solomon is pretty much eliminated. In New Caledonia and Fiji, they tie, both of them go forward. So, and even if Fiji lose, we are in a -2 goal differential. So it's extremely difficult. We will have to beat Solomon like 4-0, something like that, and I don't see that happening at the moment. So disappointed with the result, and it is what it is. It's just football.
Commenting on couples' opportunity to feature in the finals, Arango was honest that his side is no chance of playing the finals given the way they play. For him, he said it's all about winning, whether on home turf or away. Vera Arango further expressed frustration on officiating of the game, saying Fijian coach Rob Sermon was seen chatting with the referee prior to the game, and a number of his players given yellow cards during the game contributed to the end result.
For me, I have no feeling whatsoever. For the players, you should be asking them that one, because this is their house. Me, I don't care where do I play. I want to win. And I have to say, I am kind of surprised with the referee today. I think every single call was going their way. I don't care if I get fined. Before the game, he was speaking 10 minutes with the coach of Philly on the sideline, which is extremely unprofessional, and OFC should be looking into that one. Extremely disrespectful with my players. There were 2 or 3 counter-attacks that they stopped and no yellow card. I am not going to complain for the... But no, it's not really happy, to be honest with you.
The PNG couples plays Solomon Islands in the final round of Group A matches this Sunday, November 17th, at PNG Football Stadium in Port Moresby. Their chances of playing finals depends on the result of the game between New Caledonia and Fiji. PNG AFL is about to create a bit of history, having a mother and her 3 children for the first time, ready to represent the country at the international event. Mother Rachel Talania is assistant coach to the national AFL women's team. PNG Flames, while sons Baltasar and Bartholomew Talania will be representing the country in the PNG Mosquitoes trip, while daughter Bridget Talania is part of the PNG Flames.
It may have happened in other team sports such as basketball and rugby league. But for AFL, it's a rare story to have a mother appointed to a national coaching role, while the 3 children, 2 boys and a girl, are part of the national men's and women's teams. The Talania siblings, Baltazar, Bartholomew and Bridget from Valoka Galwale in Hoskins, West New Britain province, also have their mother, Rachel, as assistant coach of the Women's Flames team. The 3 siblings have had a stellar season with the Gerhu Magpies in the POM AFL competition this year, with Bridget steering Magpies women's team to premiership glory over West Eagles. Baltazar and Bartholomew led Magpies men's team to the maiden grand final victory over Gerika Bombers. Rachel could not be prouder and more excited to see her 2 sons and daughter making the PNG Mosquitoes and Flames, making sure they continue the legacy of their dad, who was once a Mosquito player. She said this is a treasured moment and something very special to the family.
Very much excited because seeing my boys, my 2 elder sons, and my daughter making it into in a spot in the Flames and the PNG Mosquitoes, it brings back all the excitement and the joy, because my husband once traveled as a Mosquito player. And for the family itself, that's like something very special for us.
Rachel said the Magpies club is built around a family, with her husband seeing the club through. The women's team winning the premiership this year was another achievement for the club overall. Representing the country is a bonus.
Back, we reside at Gerhu, and the club Gerhu Magpies, that's our club, myself and my husband. And so far, we've really progressed, and being for the girls winning the 2024 premiership, that's another achievement for the club as well. And being here, that's something really good and special.
Terry Long with TVWAN Sports.
PNG kickboxers traveling to Spain for the World Championship are now in Manila, Philippines. The squad of 30 kickboxers recently departed country on 2 separate trips are all in good shape for their fights. PNG Kickboxing Federation President Stanley Nandek said all kickboxers are still in Philippines sorting out their visas. The team is expected to depart Manila for Spain in the days ahead. The World Kickboxing Championship is scheduled to start on the 18th. It ends on November 22nd. And now the weather forecast.
Southern region, Port Moresby and Alotau partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. Daru some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Momase, Ley partly cloudy with brief showers. Medang, Wewak and Vanimo partly cloudy with few evening rain showers and possible thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, Lorengau partly cloudy with chances of brief showers. Kavian, Kokopo, Rabaul and Buka partly cloudy. Highlands, Mount Hagen, Goroka, Barnes and Kundiawa, partly cloudy with brief evening showers. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, partly cloudy with some evening rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Ocean forecast for PNG areas for the next 24 hours. Coral seas, seas rather rough to rough, with east to southeast winds of 20 to 33 knots. Solomon seas, seas smooth to slight with east to southeast winds of 5 to 15 knots. Bismarck seas, seas slight to moderate with northeast to easterly winds of 10 to 20 knots. Pacific Ocean, seas slight with east to southeast winds of 10 to 15 knots. And coastal waters forecast. Waters of southern PNG and Indonesian border to Daru, Hiwai Islands, Kerma, Yule Island, Hood Point to Samarai Islands. Seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters, rising to 3 meters along warning areas. Waters of Cape Vogel to Huon Gulf to Finchafen. Seas 1 to 2 meters, rising to 3 meters along warning areas. And that ends the news tonight. But before we go, we leave you with a congratulatory message from Prime Minister James Marape on TV1's 10th anniversary. Thank you for watching. We leave you now with the message.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.